everyone, and welcome to the Big House. This massive crowd assembled here today to cheer on the Wolverines, already chanting, "Go Blue." This is not a normal matchup. Two teams ranked in the top 10, colliding right here in the middle of the season, trying to make a strong statement. Big playoff implications. As we'll see the number 9 team in the land, the Wyoming Cowboys, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They're going to run it. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. Now it's second down here. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Pressure is coming. A sack in the play, could not escape the pass rush.
Well, this is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. And uses his speed to pick up solid yardage. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big third down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
On first down, it's play action. That's a bullet, but it's incomplete.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Incompletion makes it second down. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They look to throw it here on second down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Boy, the defense rolls the dice here on this screen pass. If they don't hit this quarterback, this is a big play. But give them credit. They were able to get to him before they were able to complete that pass.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. A pop pass on the jet sweep. That's the spin move. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain. So instead of trying to pin the opponents deep with a punt, they'll go for it on fourth down. First drive of the game. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. And they finally bring him down. Great defensive play, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see if the takeaway stands. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Here's the handoff. And he's in the clear down the right side, end zone ahead. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Wyoming.
How about this, Chris? The opening play of the game. That's the way you set the tone for this offense. Great blocks up front, and this back is special. Got him into the open field. With that speed, he is gone.
Good job dealing with the footing. PAT is good. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Testing the right side here. Gets some space around the 30. You get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Of course they're going to pick up the first down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka and Tyrone Wheatley and Leroy Horde. Man, so many good backs have come through Ann Arbor.
They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. And they get him down after the completion.
We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. On third down, he drops to throw. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. Third down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
And the return man decides to signal fair catch. So Wyoming's offense comes back out onto the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he crosses the 30. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down.
Man, I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, you just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. You get him the ball out there in space with a couple blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring second and inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Finding space at the 20. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Keeping it on the ground here. And he stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. The pocket breaking down. And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore. Coach is going to take the 3 points. Here comes the field goal unit. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
That's a deep kickoff, hammered out the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? Just some pre-snap movement, back in motion. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack. Second and long now at the 17. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Second down, we're going to throw it. Fires it to the wideout. Works downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open.
Well, the quarterback has just too much time against this zone. There's not enough pressure. It's allowing him to sit back and pick apart this zone defense.
Crucial 3rd down play coming up. Can he make it to the marker? Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And the Wolverines will line up to kick it away when he comes for his 2nd punt of the game. And the returner will be brought down. So Wyoming's offense comes back out onto the field. Had to reluctantly settle for a field goal last time out. Really want to find the end zone here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Second down play coming up for this offense. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Receiver makes the grab. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Receiver in motion now. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Caught quickly. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
And completion makes it second and short. There's the handoff. Runs right over the defender. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
And at first down, they go right back to him.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Looking to pass here on second down. He's running out of time here. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly. One of those critical third down plays coming up. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. And the ball is picked off. He's got some room and some blockers here. Past the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Michigan. Wow, what a play, a defensive score. And a pick six, a monster play by this defense here, Kirk.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
The extra point is good. They trail by 3 now, 10-7. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. So Wyoming's offense comes back out onto the field. They're trying to recover from that last possession. They had things going, but then a pick six, a devastating play. They got to recover from that right now. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll run it from the gun. Nothing doing on that play. The big D tackle there for the stop.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Try to make it with a quarterback sneak.
Well, I don't blame him to go with the quarterback sneak here to try to pick up just enough yards for the first down. But, hey, man, give credit to that defense. They did not budge at all. They kept him short of the first down.
3rd down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning. A chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. So the ball placed right at the 50. Offense looking to pick up the first down here on 3rd and short. And now a carry here for the fullback. Tackled across midfield at the 48. Good enough for a first down.
Chris, I always get a kick out of how much advice defensive players get on 3rd down. You can hear the bench screaming. The crowd is screaming. Watch the draw. Watch the screen. Watch the pass downfield. Rarely do you hear them say, watch the fullback. And there he just slips through for a first down.
And he's got it already past the first down marker. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Boy, when your running game's working like this, especially in the first half, it makes everything easier. And after big runs like that, watch for the offense to come back and attack off play action.
The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing a screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. You got to make sure it hits just right for this play to work.
Catch made, looking for the goal line. Tackled down at the 3 after the catch. Defense up against it now.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And he will be stuffed for no gain. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. The The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Flips it to the running back, but he's got work to do. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cowboys. So they reach the end zone after a marathon march. How about the execution on that drive, Kirk?
Well, I know a lot of times people get excited for the big plays. They're fun to watch. But what's impressive to me is an offense that can put together a long drive and then finally cap it off with a touchdown. That way you don't have to always rely on the big plays. That's a great drive.
This is a squib kick right to one of the blockers on the return team. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. Looks like one more play here before halftime. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking to make a play deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Tried for a big play there as time runs out in the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Wolverines will kick this away to get the second half going. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. So Wyoming's offense comes back out onto the field. It's a quarterback keeper. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
But there's the defense stepping up and making a nice play. Let's face it, this quarterback has been tough to deal with. He's been able to run and pick up some good yards, but this time the defense is in position and they tackle him for a loss.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And he's going to float this one to the right side. Oh, and it's incomplete and very nearly intercepted. They wasted opportunity for a much-needed takeaway there. And here comes the punter onto the field. Oh, and he's got some space here. The returner is brought down. Gets it started on the next drive. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the catch.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
That completion makes it second and short. They'll hand it off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. The Wolverines will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. The ball is caught.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
First down, looking to throw the football. Bringing pressure. The freshman introducing himself to the quarterback there.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
That sack sets up a second down and long. Handoff here from the shotgun. Finding space at the 20. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Every now and then, we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good, too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Quarterback drops back. Locates the tight end. Is complete. And he's tackled after the catch.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Crucial third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Here's the option play. He'll pitch it. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the fourth quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. So Wyoming's offense comes back out onto the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. He'll hand it off. They stop him right at the 24.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
But I love how this defensive coordinator knows how to get after this quarterback. This guy is dangerous when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator understands that. That's why he's trying to hurry up the process. They get pressure on him here, actually hit him as he's throwing this football.
He'll drop back here on third down. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yardage. The tackle made, but the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength.
Most defensive coordinators focus a lot of their energy on how their unit performs on third down and in the red zone. They give up a couple more third down conversions like that, and they're in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Running back has it on a screen now. And he never had a chance tackled in the backfield.
Boy, just a great job here by this defense, sniffing out the screen. They were not fooled at all. He caught that ball. He had nowhere to go, and it's a loss of yardage.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now. Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. Looking to kick it away for the second time. Fielding the punt, looking to improve field position here. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field, trying to build on a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive last time they had it. Obvious false start there, moving too early. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down here for this offense. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
He's found some room at the 45. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
That's a football play right there, Chris. This one takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get the ball into your back's hands. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. How about the wide receivers? They're doing a nice job blocking downfield. Almost felt like half the offense was out in front of him, giving him a chance to pick up some big yards.
The gain is 3 yards. Brings up a second down and 7.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down after that previous play. Send the back in motion. They look to throw it here on second down. Quick throw misses his mark there. Incomplete. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. On third down, he drops to throw. Looking for his big tight end. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Look out, he's got some space. Out past the 30. Crosses the 10. And he steps out of bounds after a great return. What a pick. Sets up the offense in great position.
Chris, not only the awareness to come up with the interception, but the speed and athletic ability on the return. I thought he was going to take it all the way back, but the offense just did enough to keep him out of the end zone.
Keep it on the ground on first and goal. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, this defense is being challenged. They're close to their own goal line, but how about this play? All 11 guys coming together. They stood firm. The result is a short loss for the offense. Nice job.
Coming up, second down and goal. Pre-snap motion from the offense. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Wyoming. Now the all-important extra point. The extra point makes it a 10-point game. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. They start the drive with a quick throw to the right side. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32.
That's a nice completion here by this Michigan offense. And when Michigan is really clicking, you think about over the years, they've been efficient within that passing game. Being able to throw the football to complement a very physical running game. Nice play.
The quarterback's got it on the option. The back's got it on the pitch. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. They'll change the pre-snap look now. The quarterback's got it again. And the Wolverines keep the football on the move. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down.
Hey, it's a nice pickup. You got the first down on the ground. That's a great job. But remember, it's a two-possession game. You got to pick it up a bit. This defense will welcome those kind of plays all game long because the clock will keep moving. So you got to put that ball in the end zone and try to get the ball back.
They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Well, the defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34.
Whew, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
And looking to throw now on first down. Catch made over the middle. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Well, we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling. And the awareness to understand we're in the fourth quarter, you're trying to keep this offense in bounds so they keep that clock moving.
Will he score here? And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. So here we go, fourth quarter. They've cut into the lead, but still work to do.
Well, I think the cool thing is that they're still battling, and they put themselves at least in a position now to possibly come back and maybe, who knows, win this game. But it's going to be up to their defense. They've got to get the ball back to have a chance.
Return begins inside the 10. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. So Wyoming's offense comes back out onto the field. First down, looking to throw the ball. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
They're behind the sticks on second and long here from the 12. Play action fake, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket now. And the pressure gets to him again.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home for the sack, and that brings up now a third down and long. Boy, this defense is coming up with unique ways to be able to put that pressure and make this quarterback incredibly uncomfortable. See what they do here on third down and long.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. He's moving out of the pocket. Going for a big play downfield. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big game, but he couldn't hold on. They bring the punter onto the field now. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Boy, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Getting set. Here's second down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. And the pass is incomplete. Important third down play coming up. This would be a 56-yard attempt if they don't gain anything. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. That's a bullet pass to the left side. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. Touchdown, Wolverines. They jump in front here in the fourth.
Well, this is why they love this guy so much, is when it's crunch time, he makes plays like this. And what I love is the quarterback knows all I got to do is get the ball in his hands, and he can do the rest of the work and get it all the way to the end zone. Great play.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. This will be fair caught way back at the 5-yard line. So Wyoming's offense comes back out onto the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quick throw over the middle. And he pulls in the catch. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end. Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now.
A lot of times college quarterbacks, they're more comfortable working to the outside. Here's an example of a quarterback with a full field read, and he hits a big play in the middle.
Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy and keep this quarterback from running.
They'll run it to the right side. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
That's a solid run, good for first down yardage. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Here comes a handoff. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior. One of the biggest plays we've had so far. 3rd down and the crowd really getting into it. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. And he's down right there, but it's enough for a first down.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. It's a quick grab.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. An inside give now from the shotgun. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down. We've reached the 2-minute warning now. Can this offense come away with a late comeback victory? And now a chance to take the lead with a touchdown here. It's 1st and goal. He'll hand it off. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Man, it's 1st and goal. You're thinking about trying to score. You're looking at positive yards. Instead, you're going backwards. That's going to set up a very important 2nd down call here.
This will be a challenge now. 2nd and goal, back at the 13. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And the pass is incomplete.
Now that's going to bring up a critical third down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a first down.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Can't get it away. The defense has got him. What a huge stop at this stage of the game.
This is a big mistake by the quarterback here, just holding on to the football too long. Late in the game, third down, you got to make a big play, and you come up with a sack. Now it's fourth down.
So trailing in the final quarter of a close game, they're going to go for it on fourth and goal. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And the pass is incomplete. A crucial misfire here late in the game, and the ball will turn over on downs.
Chris, the design of this play is perfect. Everything you want to see. The quarterback puts the ball on the money. The ball is right in his arms. All he has to do is catch it for a touchdown, and he drops it on fourth down.
And there's the handoff. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain. And the defense takes a timeout with 27 seconds left.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Running play called on 3rd and short. And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, but it'll be 4th down. And the defense stops the clock with a timeout. 24 seconds remaining. The Wolverines will have to kick this away. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. They'll get set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And the clock winding down, they'll take a deep shot. But this one is broken up, falls incomplete.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
We've got to get points quickly here, looking for explosive plays right now. Second down, looking to throw it. Running out of time in the pocket. Contact as he let the ball go. And it falls incomplete with just 6 seconds remaining to play.
Chris, this is it. Last shot here. Let's see if anybody can come up with a miracle play. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down.
And here's a deep throw with the clock winding down. And it falls incomplete. The final play of the game as time runs out. Well, here we are, midpoint of the season, and this group is still marching along undefeated, chasing a perfect record and getting a lot of attention, Kirk, at this point.
Well, they're as good as anybody that we've seen all year long in college football. They are headed towards that college football playoff and a shot at a national championship. Now, the thing is, they just need to remain focused on each week that lies ahead of them. If they're able to do that, you've got a dangerous football team here.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.